Ladies and gentlemen, now with you, Freddie Johnson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Freddie Johnson, and I'm the project manager for our client, the Colgate Palmolive factory in St. John, Iturbide. And as of now, I will discuss a little bit about what we did to make a successful, innovative cleaning process for the changeovers and the machinery that they use to make soap. Now, I will take any questions you guys have and any doubts. I will be clarifying your doubts, so please take your time to make any questions.
Hello, my name is Max Snow from Reforma. What is the project about? Can you tell us more about it?
Yes, of course. Well, our client Colgate approached us with a problem, and the problem was that they were taking a long time to do the changeovers when they changed the soap that they wanted to produce in the same production line. They were also scrapping a lot of waste, and they were also wasting a lot of shaving soap that they used to clean out their production processes. So we went over there to help them out and to make a successful innovation to help them out in this process. Yes, young lad.
Gustavo Ramirez from CNN. Mr. Johnson, how do you define the scope?
Well, to define the scope, we had three main objectives. As I mentioned before, we wanted to reduce time by 30 minutes and between changeovers. We wanted to save 50% of the shaving soap that is used to clean out the soap production process. And we wanted to reduce the scrap wasted by 20 tons per month. We also had some boundaries we had to take into account. For example, we couldn't invest more than 1 million pesos in whatever solution we could find for the process. And we had a time frame of 3 months to implement a successful new process for Colgate. Finally, we wanted to deliver a plan of action and also some reports so that our client could follow our progress during the project. And of course, we wanted to deliver a solution for Colgate. Yes.
Luis Leon from Fox News. Seems like a difficult project. What was your methodology for it?
Well, we started by familiarizing ourselves with the factory. We went over there, we visited the factory, and then once we were familiar with the process, we researched about possible solutions. We found an array of possibilities, and then our plan of action was to try each possibility and then discard them if they didn't comply with some safety or energy standard, or if they didn't satisfy the need of our client. Finally, when we discarded the possibilities that weren't the ones we wanted and that didn't comply with some of these things that I mentioned before, we implemented the solution, which was this dry vapor machine that we found that could be very helpful in the process. And finally, once we made sure that the dry vapor machine worked, we concluded and we called for the press conference because we have finally successfully achieved an innovative process to clean the soap production lines. Yes, young man.
Hi, my name is Carlos Aguilar from El Pulso de la República. How did you manage relationship with the main stakeholders during the project?
Well, we had to manage very closely production manager Manuel Mosqueda, which is a very charismatic, very respectful man that showed us around, that helped us around, but that we knew we had to keep him very close and manage him very close in order to have a successful project. We also kept satisfied Raúl Bárcenas, which is a soap manager, and we knew that was very important to keep the project going. And we kept some other people informed, but I will not elaborate on everyone that participated in this project. Yes, the young man over there in the corner.
Yes, Sebastián Serrano from CCTV. What were some alternatives and why you choose this solution?
Well, we had other alternatives that are very technical. I would not like to elaborate on them, but we chose the dry vapor solution because, first of all, it's a solution that doesn't use a lot of energy. It doesn't use CO2. It only uses water, and only 20 liters of water per changeover, so it's actually very eco-friendly. It's the most eco-friendly solution and also the most efficient solution to remove the excess of shaving soap that remains in the production line once a soap is produced. So that's why we chose the dry vapor machine, sir. Any more questions? Yes, over there.
I'm Yoram Jamal, Washington Post. Can we talk about investment?
Yes, of course. The investment was of 784,000 Mexican pesos. As I mentioned before, we had a boundary of 1 million pesos, so we completely complied with investment boundaries. Yes, young lady.
Yanis Alaya from CNN. What about time? How long was this project?
It took us 3 months to find a successful solution for this project, and we are very happy to announce once again that we have achieved it. Over there, Mr.
Hi, I'm Enrique Peña Nieto from Televisa.
Oh, hello, Enrique.
Can you share more information your experience working with Colgate?
Yes, the experience was quite fascinating, I should say. We learned a lot about many things that usually only engineers know about, all the manufacturing process of soap. I mean, who knew that soap is made with the fat of cows? I mean, who knows that? Well, now we know it, and we also learned a lot more about all the processes and how we can improve processes to make sure that we can produce a better and faster soap. Any more questions? Yes, sir.
Yes, François Français from Le Monde. We listen from some people that working with engineers is really difficult. Do you think that was a risk for the project?
Well, I wouldn't say it was a risk. We've had plenty of experience working with engineers, and they are very smart people that help us understand the processes. But the real risks that we faced were inclined more to safety and other concerns that we had with the possibility that since our machine emits vapor that is 80 degrees hot, you really have to be careful when you're using it, and we really have to make sure that the Colgate staff is trained to use this machine. Otherwise, there are plenty of risks associated with this machine, and the project could fall behind. This is the major risk we were facing. Any more questions? Yes, ma'am.
Arantxa Hernandez from New York Times. The incident with Brad Pitt about Angelina. Can you
What?
tell us more about it?
Oh, that incident is about my personal life. I will not discuss my personal life right now. Brad and I are very good friends, and please keep your questions professional. As a conclusion, I would like to thank all of my team members for helping me achieve this innovative goal of achieving a new production process in the soap industry. I would also like to thank Colgate for helping us into helping them achieve their goals. And finally, I would like to thank our associate consultant and partner, Luis Leon, which helped us to implement all of these strategies. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. See you later. Oh, excuse me, one more thing. I forgot to say something very important. Always remember, Palmolive, tough on grease, soft on hands. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.